if you're going to go with, right, if we're just going to pick a president off of looks, right, and as the boy man in this two-parter that we have
I
beside
feel like
here,
you're more qualified than me in this.
yeah, I'm more
Yes.
qualified to say this, right? Um, Gavin Newsom would probably be the sexiest president they've had since Kennedy.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And I think he might win the presidency based entirely off of looks. Much like how Kennedy won his first time out was
Mm.
effectively because he wasn't as good as Nixon, but the women wanted to fuck him and no one wanted to fuck Nixon.
Yeah.
So that was the reason it got
Being ugly is the biggest detriment to like a political career in America. Like as daft as it sounds. Like say what you will about like European politics, but sometimes we have some awful mingers in office. But you know why? Because they're good. They're actually kind of politicians. You know, they're not there for their looks. They're there for the policies. You know.
Because no one good looking goes into politics in Europe.
Yeah.
Except for the Finns. No, that last Finnish prime minister who got fucking ousted because she took drugs at a party once, like a couple of years beforehand. She was stunning. So we'll
that makes
give
her more electable. Like
that made I was like, that's the reason she got it. The fucking fella over the other side of the Atlantic started grabbing pussies. No one gave a shit. But you took fucking MD ones at a party and suddenly you can't hold the public office anymore. Fucking hell.
That's politics in the year 2025. You can't drop an E, but you can be a paedophile. How's that for your fucking comparison? Honest to fuck, lads.
It'll come down. I think the next Democrat one is going to come down to AOC and Newsom, and I think AOC is she's likable, but she's just a little bit too left. I think to ever become president, at least soon.
Again, it's that kind of thing where like if it's the same kind of principle with like over in the UK where like it's like there's no point going for someone that's too left because then you need to grab people back from the other side, and that's the problem. You want to grab people back from the other side. So what better way then is basically a white man? As fucking stupid as it sounds, like half the reason why Kamala Harris didn't get in charge was because she was a woman of color, and it's important to point out the institutional racism that America lives with, like. Like they are more likely to vote for Newsom solely because of what he is as opposed to anything else.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. Like that's just the fact of it. Like it's like the fact that Obama got like elected was a blessing. Like it genuinely was. Like that was not anticipated or not expected. Like, but then it also compared to like who did the Republicans won, someone shitter. Like someone substantially worse. You know?
Yeah.
So
Republicans
like,
never.
The Republicans were still on the floor those years that they fucking had to go with like fucking a Mormon, and shocking enough that didn't work.
But do you know what? Right, again, being the boy man in this group, Baker Bromley, not an ugly man by any means.
Yeah,
but he just didn't have the charisma.
Yeah.
If he had more charisma, he'd have fucking. That would have been a very interesting. Presidential race, because it would have just came down to who does America want more, the sexy white man or the sexy black man? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah.
Who's got more money for me? But
even now, even the last election, like imagine Obama had more left-wing policies, because my God, he's a phenomenal public speaker.
Yeah.
This is like, you know what? I'm not a centrist, but I can see why people voted for you. I can see it. I get why you had it. You had the juice.
That's the other aspect of it as well, is that like after like basically 8 years of geriatrics basically a full decade of geriatric speaking at you, there is actually there's a possibility that someone's going to be able to form a coherent sentence and blow people away. Like Jenny, if you're able to cut a promo, you're going to be American president, which is probably why fucking The Rock is going to run a Republican ticket at some point in our lifetime.
And he'll win.
Yeah, because
probably
The Rock
will win. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently shooting that guy was the wrong answer. Who fucking knew? See, it was very specific and brief here. I have to shoot all the snipers. So the ones that look like they have their fucking Mickeys hanging out the window are the snipers. Quite simple, really.
Oh,
Who knew?
again, I know you're not playing it, but I can see the last one over there in the corner, and I can see why you didn't see it.
Yeah, but again, it's also the kind of thing where like it's just the different shadings that they pick is so fucking difficult, you know. And you're scanning there as best you can, but like as I said, like that little fucking head is what you're trying to find in like 2 different shades of grey, you know. Sometimes it's stylistic choice, sometimes it's been fucking difficult.
Okay, now the fact that you killed him, I'm like, where the fuck is the last lad?
Yeah. Again, this is the problem I have, is that like I genuinely do not know whether the game is bugged or not. Is like, is there another one in play? I'm sure the person will volunteer to show themselves momentarily. If I remember correctly, I think he was behind a window or something, or not behind the window, behind a door, so you just see a silhouette or something. It's really fucking, it's a real cheat, like.
That is, again, fucking infuriating sometimes.
Yeah. And this is me thinking now, okay, did I accidentally leave one alive? Like, is that why we're still here? Like, again, we've had these kind of ones here before. We had to take out the snipers beforehand. Sometimes they shoot at you and will like tell you that this is where they're aiming at, you know, kind of way.
Yeah.
Like but they're not doing anything. They're just waiting in line here, waiting inside here. So you can't even do that. So like it's just like, okay, we're just gonna sit here and wait and see who blinks first. I don't know if you noticed as well, the gun I'm using here has a specific scope as well, so that like it kind of clears.
Yeah.
It's basically meant to be like kind of, it's not thermal, but it's like supposed to be like, you know, okay, this will show you where, like around corners type of thing, and even then, this is not helping. So, how do they expect you to find these people on the map is insane. It's like, is there anything to be said for the mass here, lads? You know? Could we have maybe made this a little bit easier? Maybe not have... Maybe use some colour, perhaps. Yeah, there he is. He was behind the window the whole time. So, because of where he was, I had to shoot at the window first to see him and then kill him.
And I understand why you won't want to shoot at the window, because it'd be a pure thing that would make you fail the fucking safe.
Yeah. Like, again, you're supposed to be, like, you're trying to do this undetected. So why would you blow out the entire fucking building? Like, again, sometimes with this shit, you just can't win. So now that we've cleared out the area, we should, in principle, be able to just move on. I decided to give him a couple of shots at me, just to spice things up a bit.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a perfectly valid reason why I just kind of stood there and just took the shots, but I can't remember, because this was a few months ago. Oh, the Yakuza, you say? I wonder, is this the consequences of our actions? Going back to get us at long last? Like
my brother is actually at the arm. My brother's at the Arsenal game tonight. I think if they don't win, I don't think he's ever seen him win live. He's either been draws and losses. Yeah, which is a mad thing because he's seen him a couple of times. And the last time, funny enough, was the last Liverpool game with Sebastian scored a fucking scream of free kick. So
he did come out as tasty and as handsome as he is.
It was funny though because he came out of it going, he messages the group chat straight away and went, 1, for Liverpool. 2, that stadium is not as loud as I expected.
As in Anfield?
He expected Anfield to have much more of fucking thing
I
to
think they
it.
have said that. So since the stadium expansion, the noise kind of escapes upwards, and it was a Premier League game he went to as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Different crowd. It's a different crowd altogether. Like it's a total the locals tend to go to European games because of the season ticket stuff and all that.
Yeah.
The Premier League games are like almost exclusive for football tourists still. They're not necessarily for the locals. Cup games, European games, that's where you're getting the proper experience.
Right.
And that's for all teams now, in fairness. Like we say the same.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere at Old Trafford for the Brighton game was fucking brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It was probably my fear going into it. It was like, this shit, it's kind of dampened for me.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was at the Stratford end, it did help it because I was close enough to the singing section.
Yeah.
So to speak. But the only time where it kind of like died down was when Brighton got that second. And the whole stadium went,
yeah.
Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
Like there's certain kind of stadium dynamics like that. And again, so when it's too open, you don't get that kind of noise. You know, and again, it's also like if you're also very far away from like where the noisy people are, you feel like you're on kind of on your own in a sense. You know, so I know that from even from my own home games, I've had like I'm in the opposite stand where all the noisy bunch are. I was like, oh, they look like they're having a great time. I'm here surrounded by fucking children. You know, like you know, kind of way. It's
I will say Brighton's away section was fucking very loud, especially when they thought, oh fuck, we could grab a point here. They were very fucking loud. Like the moment that they thought they had a chance, I have to admit, like I was like, oh shit, Brighton actually have a decent away fan base. Like I know for most people, alright, though, what I do want to see live, what I do want to see is an away game for United, so I can hear the United away section, because that is considered one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Alright, because one of my mates was at the Leeds game at the weekend, unknowingly for sexy Amarim's last game.
Yeah. Oh dear. I don't even know it's there, by the way, but I got a game-breaking glitch there, where a line of dialogue didn't trigger. So that was it. So that was me and finish of the game. So now I've just switched to someone else to play through for the last 10 minutes of the fucking game. Not even last 10 minutes. Last 3 minutes of the game. It's literally at the fucking end and all. Like, I'm furious. Again, I don't really blame the game on that. I'd say I blamed it on the Flash kind of like resurrection that they're using. So it looks like someone has left us a message in blood? Question mark. What? What could this possibly mean? So apparently we killed this guy's brother in a previous game. There's absolutely no indication of which game it was, but let's just assume it happened.
Let's just assume. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Again, they're all stick figures. It's impossible to know which person we're referring to here. So let's assume it happened off screen. So yeah, so now we get to meet this new, shiny new person and make friends. There's a woman hanging from a chair just on top of a crane.
Of course.
Yeah. Apparently that's where we killed him. There you go, from the previous game. Right. Oh, look at that. Look at him go. Boy, doesn't he love running.
It's almost as if he's gliding.
It's just a lot of wasted energy. Like,
yeah.
You got the zoomies or something? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, this also proves that Mac was right in It's Always Sunny. That if you do have a sword, it is probably just a little bit better than a gun in that respect. Because if you move
Yes,
quick enough, you're gonna get there.
exactly. Yeah. So this is hilarious, right? So apparently the right answer is not to just kill him; it's to basically spare him. So basically, landing the woman on him, that is like the plot contrivance for getting for the gang forming into the next series of games, which I think
Ah,
is hilarious. Like, like I think there's meant to be some sort of like plot clue that like basically this guy is being like kind of like manipulated by the Yakuza to get you, but
mm,
honestly, the game doesn't like make a strong enough case to say, oh, actually, no, you're actually supposed to spare this guy at the start, at the end. You're supposed to have the foreknowledge of knowing that this guy's going to be a protagonist, so therefore you must spare him. It's like, hey, that's a
all
lot of
right,
presumptions for one game, but okay. Um, but yeah, that was Sith Heads. Like I said,
that's
that
fun.
basically just kind of repeat and repeat into different series and spin-offs and all this sort of stuff. I think it's about in the end about 25 Sith Head games. Like
I mean,
it's
fair fox to him.
yeah, yeah. It's a kind of an institution of flash games in that sense. And again, some actual real games in there as well, if you want to check them out on Steam, if you're willing to actually pay money for them. If not, that's fine. Because you know why? People have choice. Um but yeah, so that's the second of our flash game trilogy done away with. But as I was saying to you off camera, Aaron, I have saved the best to last. Um and when I say best, I absolutely mean the fucking worst. Um, because well, I got around as I tell you a tale of a series of flash games that are meant to be actual life lessons, right? Now, I know what
Okay.
you're thinking. We already had the God games, so it's not life lessons about some sort of fucking religious parable. We've had like the School of Hard Knocks in Sith Heads, teaching you how to live in the tough streets of Chicago. But this time, these life lessons are about how to mediate, how to negotiate your way out of situations, how to get what you want, and compromise, and all these
So
different
it's the
things.
game version of the art of the deal.
Very much so, yes. Oh yes, this is the arc of the deal, all right. Yeah, yeah. So, this is from a company called Zap Dramatic. Okay, and I do actually mean it's an actual company. It's a registered company in Canada. I shit you not. And the whole shtick is that they made flash games to teach you negotiation skills, and they used to do little like kind of like modules for actual companies that are all flash games. And again, same thing to teach you mediation skills and stuff like that. So I
Okay.
recorded a couple of their other works, and some of them are like literally like you have to intervene in this conversation. One of them's like a union dispute and stuff like this, um, or like
Okay.
kind of a case scenario thing where like these two neighbors are arguing about certain things, and what's hilarious about it is that like basically this guy recycles all of his character models. So there is a wonderful little like extended universe where like this guy shows up in these three different other games, so therefore has to be the same person, kind of way. So if you use
Hmm.
like if you use that kind of presumption, but what I wanted to show off the whole suite, but I decided actually no, let's cut to the bullshit and let's go with the main event, the magnum opus, where he turns all these negotiation games into a entire drama, a some sort of
Ooh.
like soap opera almost, like a sonata of sorts. So what we're going to be watching is Ambition, the Negotiator series,
Ooh.
where we're
Sounds
gonna go from
interesting.
like the first episode to the last episode and the whole shebang. And what's even funnier about it is that if you wanted to play, you can play certain episodes back in the day on Newgrounds and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But if you wanted to watch the rest of them, you have to pay a $5 a month subscription to play them. You actually have to pay money for these fucking things. And I can tell you
Did
now, when you see the quality of them, you will not agree with that price.
I
If
was about
anything,
to ask, did you fucking pay for that?
not at the time, no.
Oh,
And thankfully, by the time that I got to them, when I played them the first time around on the other parish, he had made them all for free. Because at that point, he had moved on to a different project, which was like an anti-bullying thing that he programmed with his daughter, which I thought was quite nice.
okay, that's
Um,
nice. Yeah.
yes, which is hilarious, which is a lot more wholesome, and it is what it is. It's a flash game about bullying. What do you fucking expect? Um, and again, it's hilarious that like some of the character models end up in the school as well. So basically, like I won't spoil it, but one of the most prominent, funniest characters in the game ends up being a school teacher, but just like gets like little pink Jimmy Savile sunglasses. It's not great to be honest, but however.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So that's the negotiator series to look forward to. What's the funniest bit about it is that because I've obviously captured all of this stuff already, I played through it, got to episode 1 to 9. The episode 10 is like a 5 part thing. I said, okay, I'll do that tomorrow or the next day or whatever. When I
Hmm.
got around to it, the server for the website shut down. So literally I got in and played the last like 9 of the 10 parts and then kaput, gone
Oh,
forever.
well, I mean, you can now use that as a way of goes, and we never know how it ended in the end. You
Exactly.
know?
No, well, in thankfully, other people on the internet got there performing, so I do have the last episode to hand as well. So that's where we're at. So when we come back,
Okay.
we'll have Dave back for Ambition, the Negotiator series, and hopefully you'll learn something from that. Hopefully you'll be able to negotiate your way out of other stickier situations. Especially when we get to the first episode that is hilariously called the Suicide Bomber.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All
And
right.
I'll leave you on that. That's your teaser. That's your teaser for next week, lads. Roll up, roll up. Got around with the suicide bomber. So until then,
Right.
yeah, we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Okay, then we'll see you next time. This has been fun. I can't wait for the next one so we can
Yeah,
chat to the negotiator
I just
series.
teed it up perfectly for you. I knew the suicide bomber would get them in. It always does.
I think you've done this before. It's almost as if you've learned something from the negotiating.
It's haggling. It's the art. It's the art of the deal. It's the art of the deal,
It's the
lads.
end of the
Telling you.
deal. Yeah.
All right. Good night, everyone.